It's tragic how we spend most of our lives on the streets just to search for a small place we could call home. Just to return to it and feel at peace while carrying chaos in our minds. But once you find your home, you'll know, and that's what makes this journey worth taking. A caressing, hypnotic fragrance slowly enveloped my senses. It was a sophisticated blend of jasmine, patchouli, and hints of exotic spices. With every breath, the scent seemed to suffuse deeper and deeper in my body. My pulse quickened, and I could feel the heat crawl up my cheeks. A trembling breath escaped my parted lips as something soft, like a feather, gliding down my neck, sending tantalizing goosebumps all over my body. With the fragrance that dazed my mind and relaxed my body mixed three prominent scents that I could never mistake. They were there in the room with me. The demon lords. I could feel the silk bedsheet and the bed beneath my palms. But I couldn't open my eyes because of the blindfold. I panicked subtly from the inside, but I was too scared to show it. I gulped hard, bringing my shoulder closer to my neck as I felt a chilly breath run down my cleavage. My body responded to their vanishing touches, a tingling sensation charged along my skin. I felt a surge of energy coursing through me, a gentle desire to live and a cruel reminder that I might die the next second I upset them. I had to stay strong, and this was something I could not resist or deny even if I wanted to. All I could wish for was for it to end as soon as it could. My breaths hitched as the silk blanket that had been covering my body until now slid down with every intention of tracing every inch of my skin. I could still feel a thin fabric around my body, so hopefully I wasn't naked yet. One of them tried to hold my wrist, but in an impulse I pulled it from their grip. The air crackled with their dominance, and I knew I had displeased them. Maybe if I just lied down and let them do what they want with me, at least I wouldn't upset them. My heart ravaged in my chest as I held my trembling hands close to my breasts. I bit my lips. My breath ceased in my lungs as one of them grabbed my wrist and made me sit on the bed. I reached out to touch my blindfold when I felt the air around me flush with their maddening pheromones. My hands limply fell to my side. They didn't want me to take off the blindfold. But why? Not being able to see them only added to my nervousness. My whole body was burning. The fever felt as if it were breaking every bone in my body. I instantly grabbed my broken right hand to feel the pain, but there was none. Even my ankle was healed. Still, something in my body didn't feel right. It felt like I was in heat, but a heat that was 10 times stronger than all the heats I had had in my life. I squeezed my thighs together, feeling the discomfort between my legs grow. I clenched the bedsheet with one hand and the fabric over my chest with the other, panting. My head followed the direction of the amused, deep voice that held a dark tease behind every word. That was probably Ezra. "Why don't you open your pretty legs and let us know how what you are for us?" Ezra asked. This time, his voice had a rugged groan, as if he was holding himself back from doing something dangerous. "You heard him, didn't you?" A stoic voice came from my left. "Raven." There was a harshness in his voice, hatred in his tone, as if I disgusted him. I hugged my knees close to my chest. Knitting my brows, I shook my head. "Please." I don't know why I begged them even when I knew it was useless. Hey, little toy." Ezra's tone lit up with a dangerous excitement. "I am." My words shivered out of my dry lips. Ezra broke into laughter. "Damn." The next second, I flopped on the bed, my wrist pinned over my head. My heart raced in my chest. A hand trailed up my thighs, sliding the hem of my dress to my belly. Wait. Please." I spoke through broken breaths. His firm grip on my inner thighs pulled my knees apart. My core throbbed as he grinded his hips against mine. "You made us wait enough." I thought I had prepared myself enough for this, but now that it was about to happen, I was trembling. My tears disappeared somewhere within my blindfold. My heart pulsated against my ribs as I clenched my fists. "Back off, Ezra." "Not now." A husky, authoritative growl came from my right. Out of all the voices, hearing Asher's voice settled down my heartbeats. And I don't know why. With a disappointed grunt, Ezra backed away from me, leaving me disheveled and open to all their gazes. I closed my legs and sat up on the bed again, burning with shame. Now I was grateful to the blindfold. At least I could see them looking at me. Heat flared deep in my abdomen. Ezra's touch was still fresh everywhere on my body. "Take off your clothes, Omega," Raven commanded. I clenched my dress over my thighs. "If you make me repeat, I will tear them off you and defile that lowly body of yours." "This is already a waste of time, anyway," Raven said. Shivers ran down my spine at his raw threat. I knew he hated me, and deep down, I knew it was because I was an Omega. I slowly rose to my knees and slid the strings of the dress down my shoulders. I pulled the dress down over my breasts and then down my legs. Now I was completely naked to their burning gaze that I could feel on my skin. I gulped hard, trying to hide my breasts, but two hands seized my wrists at the same time and pulled them away from my body. I bit down a sob at their bruising grips. Another pair of hands gripped my ankles, pulling them apart. I couldn't understand what was happening to me or why it felt so sinfully right. Now that it was going to happen, a dark desire took over me. "We barely touched you and you are dripping wet already?" Raven scoffed, painfully squeezing my breast. The pain rushed through my body, making me feel a hunger I never knew existed inside me. Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.